TikTok Shop has completely changed the way people discover and buy products online. You can be scrolling through your feed, see a product in a video, tap it, and buy it almost instantly. So TikTok Shop makes it super easy to get attention to the products you're selling. And Printify makes it easier to create products without holding stock. So I think you might be getting where I'm going with this. Combining the two could be one of the easiest ways to start selling products and making money online. So in this video, I'm going to break down how Printify and TikTok Shop can work together, why this model is interesting for beginners, and the realistic downsides people need to understand before jumping in. So why is TikTok Shop so interesting in the first place? Well, for years, if you wanted to sell online, you usually had to rely on platforms like Shopify, Etsy, Amazon, and eBay. And there's a lot of pros and cons to those platforms, and they can definitely work and bring you money. But with all of them, there's the same challenge. You need traffic. With TikTok Shop, the traffic and the content are a lot more connected. And that's because someone can see a product in a video, watch the creator explain it, see comments from other people, and then buy directly inside the app. And the reason that's so good and works so well is because it just reduces friction. And user friction is a bad thing, because one of the hardest parts of selling online isn't always creating the product. It's actually just getting people to care about it. Essentially, why should people be bothered? So where does Printify fit into this? Well, Printify is useful because it helps with the product and fulfillment side. You can choose a product from their catalogue, upload your design, create a mock-up, and then connect it to a store or sales channel. So instead of buying 100 t-shirts up front and hoping they sell, products are created after someone places an order. And that's the huge appeal. Because you don't need a warehouse or bulk stock, printing equipment or packaging or constant trips to the post office, you can focus more on the idea, the niche, the design, and the content. So is this easier than starting a regular online store? Well, in a lot of ways, yeah. I mean, first of all, there's no inventory up front. So the biggest advantage is that you're not buying inventory before you know if people even want the product. So that makes it a lot less risky than ordering stock in bulk. Secondly, TikTok gives you a content engine. With a normal Shopify store, you might need paid ads, SEO, influencer marketing, email marketing, or a big audience. With TikTok, the content itself becomes the traffic source. One video can introduce the product, show the design, explain the niche, and push people towards buying. And thirdly, Printify handles fulfillment. Once someone orders on TikTok Shop, Printify will then send it to them. So again, the operational headache of working with warehouses is just removed. So if you really want to simplify it, TikTok helps with attention, Printify helps with fulfillment, and then it's just your job to create products that people actually want. And of course, create the content. So let's say you want to get started from scratch. You'd first of all want to use my link in the description to get signed up to Printify, and then follow this basic workflow. So step 1, pick a niche. So this is incredibly important because you don't just want to create random products. Pick a specific type of buyer. I've mentioned this in previous videos, but you want to just hone in on a particular audience. You know, it could be fitness, could be football fans, runners, coffee lovers, small business owners. But you need to come with an idea. You can't just create generic stuff because there's a chance that could work, but it's pretty low. And remember, the more specific the audience, the easier it is to make content that speaks directly to them. Step 2, create the product idea. So this could be a funny phrase, a relatable quote, a niche inside joke, a seasonal design, something tied to a trend. If there's some sort of cultural movement or new Netflix show going around, you could always reference that and have quotes from the show. This is where AI tools can help as well in terms of brainstorming. You can use ChatGPT to brainstorm niche ideas, slogans, product angles, and even TikTok video hooks. But again, don't just copy generic AI ideas. Use AI as a starting point and then make the idea feel more specific. Step 3, create the product in Printify. So go into Printify, choose a product, upload your design, adjust the placement, and create the mock-up. And this is where you can test how the design looks across different products like hoodies, mugs, tote bags, or phone cases. Printify have kindly sponsored this video today, so I have a lot of experience with using them, and they are pretty good. Step 4, connect your selling channel. So this is where you connect your product to a sales channel. And as you guessed it, a very good option is TikTok Shop. And the great thing about using TikTok Shop, as mentioned before, is TikTok content. And TikTok Shop just has such a massive audience these days as well, so you can really pull in a lot of traffic if done correctly. Of course, you can use something like Etsy or Shopify, but today we're gonna focus on TikTok Shop. Step 5, make content around the product. So just remember, once you get your product up there on TikTok Shop, it's not just gonna sell itself. This is where the content comes in. Now, TikTok is obviously short form video content, so you need to be prepared to create a lot of it, based around your niche as well. Depending on what the product is, you can have different types of content, but for example, you can take a look at product mock-up reveals, niche humour, day in the life content, gift idea videos, trend-based videos, problem/solution videos, I made this for content, and POV style videos. If you're selling a gym hoodie, don't just post the hoodie. Post content that gym beginners relate to. If you're selling teachers mugs, make content that teachers actually find funny. The content itself is what gives the product context. So some things to avoid, because once you've got it up there, you can then focus on working on the content and improving your traffic, improving your followers, and just trying to sell the product. But you do want to avoid some common pitfalls. Firstly, generic products. So there's a massive issue at the minute with generic products being everywhere. If your design looks like something that AI can just churn out or 5,000 other people could make, it's going to be hard to stand out, which is why you really need to think about the design and what it is. Secondly, no content strategy. A lot of people do just create a product, link it to a TikTok shop, and then just do nothing. They just don't know how to market it. But TikTok shop works best when the content is part of the sales strategy. Thirdly, no niche focus. If your store sells dog mugs, gym hoodies, motivational posters, baby clothes, and random phone cases all at once, it's gonna look pretty messy. A focused niche is much easier to market and much easier to go after the audience that you're looking for. And finally, unrealistic expectations. People expect one product and one video to change everything. But online selling usually takes testing, which means you do have to be consistent with it for a while. But if you're creating the content yourself, it doesn't cost you too much apart from your time. So you can be consistent with it. You just need to put in the effort and time. But here's some tips to actually make this work, specifically on TikTok Shop. So number 1, use TikTok trends carefully. Trends can help, but don't build your entire business on one trend that disappears in 2 weeks. Use trends as content formats, not always as product ideas. You can use it for a product idea, but again, just remember trends do die out. So unless you're repeatedly targeting a new trend every few weeks, then just be wary of this. You know, instead of making a product around one viral sound, you might use the viral sound to promote a product that can sell long term. Number 2, show the product in context. Don't just show a static mock-up, because that's not really interesting. You want to show who it's for, show the joke, or show the problem, or even show the lifestyle. Number 3, test multiple ideas. One product probably won't be enough. The goal is to test different designs, different niches, and different content hooks until you find something that people actually respond to. And finally, keep the setup simple. Beginners often spend too much time building the perfect store before they have any proof that people even want the product. So start simple. Test demand first, and then just improve as you go. Just get started soon as, and just start the journey as soon as you can. That way, the sooner you do it, the sooner you learn. So, is Printify and TikTok Shop the easiest way to start selling online? I'd say it's honestly one of the easiest ways to start from an operational point of view, because as mentioned earlier, you don't need stock, you don't need fulfillment infrastructure, and you don't need to ship the products yourself. But from a marketing point of view, you do still need to create content that people care about. So that's the real challenge, getting views on your content that links back to your product. Remember, Printify can make the product side easier, TikTok can make the traffic side more accessible, but neither one removes the need for good ideas. And just be prepared, you will need to create and post content in order for this to work. So if you hate posting content, this might not be for you. But if you don't mind that, then get started ASAP. Like I said, follow my link below to sign up to Printify, and then you can just get started. And if you have no experience in this kind of stuff, don't be too intimidated, just because this is one of the most beginner-friendly setups, and that's because it combines simple product creation, social commerce, low upfront inventory risk, and content-driven discovery. And the people that succeed will be the ones that have consistency. But let me know how it goes for you, and if you enjoyed this video, hit like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.